Washington. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go. 180!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play, and 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
This is taken at the 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 14. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now it's Carson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Check. Spot that. Good guys, 4 down. Banjo.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Fair. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, baby. All day. Go. Mike 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Here's Wilson to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield. He reads defenses so well, doesn't he? He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target. I don't think so either. I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score. And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here. They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can. You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive. Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Johnson on the counter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off bound.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 13 yards out, here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check. What we got?
12-0 the score after one on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Complete. It's Johnson. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up fourth down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Automatic first down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll run it with Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if there's a bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Here we go.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Chris Carson trotting back out there. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series, so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. A nice pickup on first down, 7 yards. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. That'll be caught by Rice. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Now Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Here we go. 180. Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's cut.
Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 1-yard touchdown reception as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. That time a 9-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. On first down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Check. Watch 54. Got it. Hey, 0. Patch it. One foot.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, 0.
Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Wilson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Right there. Right there. 50. Here we go, D. Hey, watch out. Check, Mike. 50.
Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Mike 5-4. Go, 4 down. Now watch one. Hey, alert. 54. Off. 54. Come on, D.
To throw again. Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing.
Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken short. And they're going to have poor starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 10-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without it,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Let's go.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Mike 54.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4.
Watch the run. 49, check 49, check 49. Check. 56, right there, 56. Hey, they scared. 56, the mic, boys, 56. Check, 56. He's tired of me. Guys, listen.
Here we go on fourth with Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
In your face. Switch. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. I want that.
From the 38, Wilson. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board and get some momentum here in half 2. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
The extra point up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him. But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Garoppolo. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Man open, Rice. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. In on the stop, Bradley McDougald.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On second down, Johnson. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Right there.
Now Wilson on 1st down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. Wilson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Gun. Army.
Now it's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Mike 54. Get that quarterback and all talk. Right there.
Look left.
54 Mike.
Let's go tight end. Let's go double count right here. Double count. Let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Watch the run. They're running.
Hey, 0.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the slant.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Let him know.
Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
That's it.
Front left.
Mike 54. Man, I got you. Man.
Again, Wilson. And this is going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. D Ford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Wilson. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Garoppolo now. Complete to Bryant. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Underneath for Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his target, Samuel. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. From a yard out. And the 49ers get a score closer. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, and then they end up getting 9 yards. So they tried to get 2, and ended up getting none. 9 yards, the pickup there, and it's a first down. 49ers.
Well,
in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 81 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big play ability.
He certainly does, and not only was he an Olympian as a long...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Wilson wants to throw it. And he finds a man with a crossing route. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. This is Carson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Good, guys. 4 down. 4 down.
Here's Carson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Here's Wilson. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jacob Hollister, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right side into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. A big offensive offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall back to